Last month, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, officially approved the trading of tokenized stocks on the New York Stock Exchange. For more than 200 years, the exchange opened and closed with the ringing of a bell. Now it is preparing to become a market that never stops, operating 24 hours a day. Inside this single piece of news, there is actually a major rupture in the history of human finance. Today, I would like to speak about Bitcoin not as an investment asset, but as a form of civilization. Many people think of Bitcoin only as a financial product. When the price rises, people become excited. When it falls, they become afraid. But the transformation we are witnessing today is not simply about price. It is about finance itself beginning to move into the structure of the internet. Let us think about the past. Before the internet, information could only move through central institutions such as newspapers, broadcasting companies, and post offices. The internet bypassed these intermediaries and allowed information to flow directly across networks. As a result, human life itself changed. Today, finance is undergoing the same transformation. Until now, finance operated through the ledgers of banks, governments, exchanges, and central institutions. But blockchain technology has begun to move value itself directly across networks. Bitcoin was the first major event in this transformation. People often call Bitcoin digital gold. This is true, but it is not enough. Bitcoin is, in many ways, the first internet-native financial system in human history. It operates across borders, 24 hours a day, without a central authority, and through the trust of countless individuals. The most important issue here is not technology, it is trust. Human beings ultimately live upon what they believe in. In the past, people trusted governments and banks, but now more and more people are beginning to trust networks themselves. Then what is trust? For many years, through my research in science of feelings, I have argued that all human action begins from the emotional desire to preserve one's own life. Money is no exception. People do not simply desire numbers, they desire security, they desire the future, they want to escape uncertainty and fear. In this sense, finance is ultimately a collective structure of human emotions. What is fascinating is that Bitcoin and tokenized systems are now moving this emotional structure onto the internet itself. 100 years ago, people accepted paper money because they believed that gold existed inside the vaults of their national central banks. Today, at the same moment, someone in a rural town in El Salvador and someone in a cafe in South Korea can exchange value through the same fragment of Bitcoin. The unit of trust is shifting from the nation-state to the network. This is also the birth of a new emotional community. For this reason, I do not see today's transformation merely as a technological event. It is an event of trust. It is the internetization of value and trust. And at the center of this transformation stands Bitcoin. Of course, there will be bubbles, markets will collapse and rise again. There will be many failures, but what matters is the direction. Just as the internet rewrote the world of information, blockchain is beginning to rewrite the world of value. We are now standing at the boundary between the end of industrial age finance and the beginning of network age finance. Perhaps in the distant future, historians will remember Bitcoin not simply as an investment asset, but as the first moment in history when human beings attempted to trust one another without the mediation of the state. Thank you.